This is a really big earthquake. There have only been about 3 or 4 earthquakes of 5.0 or more since the earthquake started in Oklahoma and Wichita. So it's a pretty big deal. It also comes on the heels of a 5.8 earthquake back in September, which was the biggest earthquake that this region has seen for a long time. So Oklahoma and Kansas have taken really different approaches into how they deal with the earthquakes. In Oklahoma, what they're doing is every time there's an earthquake, they're cutting off wells or lowering the amount of wastewater which is injected into the ground, which scientists believe is causing the earthquakes. So they'll take like a circle, maybe 5 miles or 10 miles around where the earthquake happened and try and limit the wastewater. In Kansas, what we've done is really different. They've taken a whole big area, about 2,000 square miles, and limited the wastewater because there's some theories going among scientists at the Kansas Geological Survey that potentially the earthquakes could be caused over a much larger distance. Some people had thought that the earthquakes would go down, which we have seen in overall number. There's been a big decrease in the total amount of earthquakes in both Oklahoma and Kansas, but it's been mostly due to the fact that the oil price has gone down. So with less oil needed, there's been less wastewater pumping. But what we're finding is apparently that these big earthquakes are still possible. So one of the things we've seen over the last couple earthquakes is that when they report that it's a 5.3 magnitude, which is a big earthquake for around here, oftentimes they've had to revise it in the day or two afterwards, or sometimes a week, because what they do is they take some just sort of basic guesses about how deep the earthquake is in order to locate it and figure out exactly where it is. But as they get more precise information and they look at all their different measurements, they've often had to revise the earthquake up. So it wouldn't be surprising if this 5.3 earthquake ended up being a 5.5. We don't know that, but the last couple earthquakes they've had to revise up, so it's quite possible.